everyone, welcome back. So today I think I'm going to do my brush video for you that I did promise in the last video that I posted. So I'm going to get right into it. I have my brushes separated into two containers. This is the Sigma container. They go on top of each other, but I just have them separated. These are the brushes that I don't use as often, and these are the ones that I use quite often, which is crazy because this is way more full than this is. So I'm just going to go over the ones that I don't use as often first, just because there's a lot less. So I have the Sigma Kabuki brush kit. There were 5 brushes in it. So there are 4 in here, but this is the rounded Kabuki brush that I've had for a while. I actually got that when I got the case. This is the flat Kabuki, sorry. That faded flat Kabuki brush. Everybody loves this brush. I have 2 of them now. Yeah. So here's the other one. This one is dirty. Yuck. And I also have in here, this is the flat angled Kabuki F88 brush. It looks like this. I do like this one. I don't use it as often though because, I don't know, I guess I just don't need any kind of angle. Whatever. And then this one I hardly ever use because I'm really not actually sure how I'm supposed to use it. This is the angled Kabuki F84 brush, and it looks like this. It's very dense like all the other Kabuki brushes, but it's different than this one. This one is just a flat angled, and this is like a rounded angle. And I've heard people say that you can use it for blush, like cream blushes, or you can use it for contouring. I tried to use it with one of my powdered blushes. God, I can't ever talk. Anyway, I tried to use it with one of my powdered blushes and I just wasn't really feeling it. I felt like it was too thick and dense for that sort of product, so I really haven't used it since then. I tried to contour with it one day, but I'm not really good at contouring, so I just gave up. So that one is still kind of hanging out until I figure it out. And then I also have, this is my foundation brush. It's the number 2 from Lancome. So it looks like it's just a flat foundation brush. I used to use this before I got my Kabukis, and this is just nothing compared to those. And it feels a lot chintzier. I don't know, it could even be more expensive. And then I just have one of these eyebrow brushy things in here. I just have it because... Okay, so these are my brushes that I use most of the time. Some of these I don't use all the time, but they're still in here just because whatever. So the biggest brush I have in here is, almost dropped them. This is my number 1 Lancome powder brush. Looks like that. It's very dirty. I don't clean this very often because I only use it for powder, and I don't know. I kind of like that it has a little powder always on it. So like in the morning on say like Thursday and Saturdays when I don't do a full face of makeup because I have to get up early, I like that it has stuff on it already, so when I do my my concealer on my chin, I can just go over it with my powder brush and I know that it's not going to move, which is fabulous. Then I also have, this is my favorite Kabuki brush. This is the rounded F82 Kabuki. I like this one because I feel like I can get around my nose better and around my chin and on, up my sides. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I feel like this one works a little bit better than the flat, which I guess kind of surprises me because everybody rants and raves about the flat, but I really like the rounded one better. And I also have the tapered F86 brush. Hi, baby. This brush I love. I like it because I can get under my eyes, again around my nose, under my cupid's bow, and in here, and it's fabulous. It's like a touch-up, clean-up work brush, which I love. Then I have my, hi baby. Oh yeah, pretty. Here, why don't you play with one I've already done. This is the number 25 Lancome brush. This is a blush and contour brush. I hardly ever use the contour side. I don't do a lot of contouring. I don't know. I don't know how, so I don't want to screw up my face any more than it already is, so I just leave it alone. But I do like my blush brush. I actually used to use a powder brush to do my blush, and then I learned something, and I really like how this has a nice little point on it now, so yeah. This is an Arbonne brush. I don't know if it's actually called FYI brushes. I got them in a kit from somebody. I actually just use this brush to do my highlighter on my cheeks because it's a very flimsy brush. It just kind of goes all over the place. You just pat a little bit, swipe, and it seems to do the trick. I'm not really sure what else to use it for at this point. The rest of these brushes are all eye brushes. Well, I have a spoolie. This is my Bodyography spoolie that has the cute little eyebrow brush on this side and the spoolie on this side. I just got this in my BoxyCharm. Love it. I don't use a whole lot of like eyebrow stuff, but I do use the spoolie. I like that. So let's see. So I have a couple brushes that I like to use in my crease. This is my TG blending brush. I bought this at Cosmoprof. I love it. It's not super dense, but it's dense enough. It's nice. It splays out really well, so it can really get in your crease good and spread and blend, and I really like that. I also have this Luxie brush. It's the 205 tapered blending brush. I got this in my Ipsy bag. I like this brush because it's not dense really, but it's also not super fluffed out. It's got more of like a point on it. It doesn't actually have a point, but okay, well, we'll get back to that. So this brush, this is a weird brush, but this is the brush I got in my Naked 2 palette because I really like this end. Now, if you see these together, you can kind of see that they're similar. This one has much harder bristles than this one does, but they have like a similar shape. This one is a little fluffier, so I can't really do the same things with this brush as I do with this brush. I love this brush. That might seem really weird because it was just a free brush with my palette, but this brush has the like firmest bristles, so when I do like my dark corner color, it doesn't spread everywhere. I can pinpoint the spot that I want to put it in and just blend up from there very carefully and slowly, and I just feel like it works really good. I don't usually use this end of it, but it's there in case I need it. So that's how I was feeling about the Luxie brush. Is this one is just a little bit less firm than the other one, so it does similar things, but I feel like it pushes the powder way too far. I also have my Naked 3 palette brush, which I like this end. Again, this is just a shadow, and I don't usually use this one. This is the same as the other brush, but I like this because, again, they are very firm bristles, so it packs on really well. Then I have two more Ipsy brushes. This one is from Crown Brushes. It's a C476 crease and shadow brush. This brush here is really fluffy, but also very dense, and the shape of it makes it really nice if you want to put your shadow over your entire eye, which is great. This is the pencil end, and I do use this occasionally, but not that often. This is the Elizabeth Mott All Over Shadow Brush. I like that it's pink. I like the shape of this. Again, it's not a brush I use all the time, but I do like how like short they are because, again, dense, really nice for packing on the eyeshadow. This is my Lancome All Over Shadow Brush. This is kind of like dome shaped and wide and fat, and I usually use this to do like highlighting under my brows. This is the Lancome 13 Angle Shadow Brush. Looks like that. This is another thing I like to use to put shadow under my brows. Occasionally, if I'm feeling really brave, I will do stuff in my crease, but I found that I'm not really good with this brush in the crease. I tend to get things everywhere, so that's no good. Then this is that e.l.f. smudge brush that I got in my Dollar Tree haul. This is actually a really nice brush. Looks like that. I do not have a smudger, so this is great. I like to use this under here. And then I've got, this brush is just a liner brush from Lancome, and I do use that. Oh, excuse me. But this brush is also, this is the 18 Lancome brush, liner and shadow brush. Liner on that side, shadow on the side. I hardly ever use this side anymore, and this used to be like what I used to pack my shadow on, but I have so many better brushes now that I don't. Hi, baby. This is my holy grail brush, and you're gonna think this is really stupid. I got this brush at Sally's. It's a Face Secrets Duo Shadow Brush. This end is like, I don't even know. The size, the shape, the density, everything is absolutely perfect. Plus, it has a slight angle on it. And I just love it. This is what I pack my shadows on with every single time. I think it's just, the shape of it is not huge. It's not super wide. It's not super thin. But it has that nice little angle so that I can get in tight places, but I can also go all over because it's big enough to do that. And it does have the pencil side on the other end, but really I like this side better. I only have 2 other brushes. They're both Arbonne brushes. And this one is just a liner brush, and this one I use to sometimes put on cream eyeshadow or lip gloss. So that is my entire brush collection. Hopefully this video was not too long. I don't want to have to redo this. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Bye!